Hello everyone, BrainBot here. Welcome back. Today I have the Comic Edition of Straxus. And Straxus is a comic-only character, at least in the original G1. He appeared in the comics and kind of like the Decepticon leader while Megatron was out of the picture. And from what I understand, this figure was originally supposed to be the big bad of the Legacy line. So he was supposed to come, packaged in Legacy like the other regular figures. But that fell through. So instead he came in as a special comic edition. Has a really nice box art here with famous comic cover, Blaster fighting Straxus. Picture of Straxus here on the side, looking all blocky. Some grayscale shots of comic, product shots, and some more colored comic pieces on the back. This section opens up. So we've got Straxus himself in here. Here's how he is bundled in there. On the side here, you have a little blurb on Straxus. Straxus rules over the smelting pools of Polyhex, melting down Autobots and neutral Cybertronians into metal to be reused by the Decepticons. Though he only reigns over a small corner of the galaxy, all know there is no mercy in his domain, only death. So there he is. I don't know too much about Straxus. I wasn't really into the comics as a kid. I had maybe 10 to 12 comics, and I don't think any of them were in chronological order. Straxus was not in one of those that I owned. But I do think he's a pretty good, cool looking figure. Let's open him up and take a closer look. So here's Straxus out of the box. And real quick, just a couple adjustments I had to do when I got him out. These shoulder pieces here were kind of sitting like that, so you can move those wherever you want and have them standing straight up. As well, this piece was up like so. If you want it, you can have it sit wherever you want, but as per the instructions, just sits back here like that. And then finally, these heel spurs are folded in out of the box. You just flip those out. Well, with that out of the way, take a look at Straxus, who is a retool and recolor of the Kingdom Galvatron. And this mold fits pretty well, in my opinion, with how Straxus looked in the comic. See, he's got this nice blue and red color scheme, accented by gray and a lot of these black stripes. And he's got some of that cell shading to make it look like those early comic panels. It's a nice sculpt for Straxus' head. The eyes aren't painted in there; those are just empty cavities. Decepticon symbol right there up on the forehead. Remolded treads. We've got these little lights or lasers there. Kind of got like missile pods on the other side. The back. Well, that looks pretty good. As far as movement, he can turn his head all the way around. He's pretty blocky though, so if you wiggle his head a little bit, it might get stuck. He can't really look up. He can look down very slightly. These little shoulder pieces can move however you want. You can disengage this whole mechanism if you need to. The arms go up this far. They can spin all the way around. You have rotation here at the bicep. As far as the elbow, it's double jointed, so you can bring it up all the way. And you can rotate the hands. Like you saw before, you can kind of move these wherever you want. If you want them, they can just nestle in this little crevice right here. For the waist, you get a little bit of rotation because these hip skirts hit into the backpack. If you want, you can disengage this peg from here and bring this up slightly so it sits above. That'll give you a little bit more rotation. The hip skirts and the crotch plate just move up like that. So for the legs, you can move them forward that much, backwards that much. You can bring them out for a full split. Rotation at the thigh, knee will bend that far. And you can pivot the ankles down that much. For his accessories, you get the cannon piece. And what you can do is you can put it in either one of his hands if you want. You can stick it into the arm piece up here. But what a lot of people do, and I'll be doing, is plugging it into this port on the back, just like that. And it doesn't add too much to the backpack. It kind of looks maybe a little bit streamlined with this piece here. Kind of looks like he has a jetpack going on too. He comes with his axe here. You can just put that into whichever hand you want, just like so. And that's pretty secure connection. Yeah, nice looking figure, in my opinion. And here he is next to Kingdom Galvatron. You can take a look at them and see the similarities and the differences. There's a lot they share in common, but what they've changed on Straxus here goes a long way, I think. Okay, for transformation, if you know how to transform Kingdom Galvatron, you can transform Straxus. What we'll do is take off his accessories, put them off to the side for now. For legs, we'll flip in heels. And there's these pieces on his calves we're going to pop out, rotate around to the side. And there's this tab here, so we can go into this slot right here. Do the other side, bring this around. And you're going to rotate the legs so the toes are facing outwards. And you have a couple of tab slot connections here. I'll just push those together. Like so. So clip into one of these pieces here, just like that. For the arms, take the hands, flip them in, the elbows up, and this tab is going to go into the slot on the shoulder. Let's plug that in, and then bring the arm cannons around, and you have to rotate it as well so that you line up this tab with this slot on the other side of the forearm. Plug that in. Same thing on the other side. Bring that up. This around. Plug it in. Just bring these out like that for now. Take the arm shoulder assembly and bring it out. This and this part here you're going to bring out as well, so it looks like that. Unclip, push this in. Looks something like that. Backpack, we will unclip, bring down, so that we can start opening up this back section here. So this will pop out, and then the head and the entire chest plate assembly will come up and rotate in, so the head goes into that cavity, just like that. Then you want to bring the chest piece down So it looks like so, and then you can close up this cannon section. And this is going to rotate down and move the legs out a bit. So you want this to sit flat against here, like that. Bring the backpack section up. There's kind of a little double hinge here, so it'll just straighten everything out. And making sure that stays flat. Bring this up. There we go, just like that. You're gonna take this piece, and this tab is gonna go into this slot right here. So just bring that forward just a bit, and that will clip in to look like that. Okay, to get the arms situated, we're gonna go, and these are the hip pieces on that robot mode. So these will swing out like this. And then what that will let you do is bring this arm assembly down. And what you need to do is, well, let's straighten these out, these legs out. Bring these up all the way now. There's tabs on the back here that will go into the backpack here. So plug that in. So when you bring this down, there's this big slot here. It's going to go into this tab here. Bring that down. And as well, there's a little tab right here that's going to go in there. Get that in. Do the same thing on the other side. Bring this hip skirt out of the way. Bring this down. Get everything lined up and clipped in. And if you have it all lined up, these two pieces should just be meeting right in the middle there. And the hip skirt pieces themselves have a tab slot connection to further help hold everything into place. You can kind of angle these however you want. If you want to lay kind of perfectly flush with this box point here, you just bring these up like so. These panels on the chest pieces will flip up. Just kind of give the illusion that this is all one piece here. And if you want, because he's supposed to become like a flying alt mode, you can kind of leave it like this, but he tends to be a little bit back heavy. So just like on Galvatron, you can bring this back section of the legs down, and then the feet will further come down like so. There are these big stabilizers on the back, so you can have him sitting nice and flush like so. Now I can bring in the accessories. So the cannon has got this peg here. Look at sport right there. Just line everything up. It sits like that. Finally, bring in the axe. One section has this flat tab, so that's going to go on the bottom. So the edges of the axe will rotate up slightly, like that. And I'll just plug it into the slot on the top there. And for me, that really ties the whole look together. There's Straxus in alt mode. And this looks really nice. It looks really similar to his comic alt mode, while still being recognizably the Galvatron mold. But I think it looks different enough. It works. You can change these to be however you want. But if you have this flat, the roller, the wheels are flush with the surface. Roll them around a little bit. You can do that. And here's the alt mode comparison with Kingdom Galvatron. You can see similar profiles, but this is the way they sit. They do look a little bit different. But so I think this is still really nice. He's different enough to look like his own model. I do appreciate how the like tread pieces on Straxus actually clip in somewhere, as opposed to Galvatron, where they're just kind of like sitting loose. So when you move them around, they kind of knock all over the place. Straxus feels a little bit more solid than Galvatron does. Some final thoughts. Design-wise, they really nailed the look of the Comic Straxus with this Galvatron retool. Playability-wise, he's got some good posability. He's the same mold as Galvatron, so he has the same posability as that figure. If anything, I'd give Straxus a couple extra points for posability due to the fact that you can actually peg these wheel pieces in alt mode and make it a little bit more stable. Transformation-wise, pretty straightforward. Exact same steps as with Galvatron, so if you have that figure, you know what you're getting into. And durability-wise, this is a solid figure. There's nothing that I'm worried about breaking on him. So that is Straxus. He is a leader class figure, but he was quite a bit pricier due to the special comic edition. So if you're able to pick him up, that's something you might need to consider budget-wise. But I'm happy with him, and I don't really have anything else to say, so thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.